meteorologist Stephen Jones.
Well, kicking it off with the live stream or the time lapse from today, you can see it was a beautiful last day to March. Started to get a little bit more of that cirrus stratus cloud cover in by the evening hours, 7 to 8 p.m. Of course, making for a pretty good sunset as well out there. I'm going to deal with more cloud cover going into the overnight hours, but temperatures already starting to come down out there. So far, 66 degrees here in town. A little bit cooler off towards the northeast, 64 right now. Up there in Ballinger, 61 for Coleman, going to be the cool spot. And then a good 11-degree run as we work our way towards the southwest. The I-10 corridor sitting a little bit warmer as usual, 70 there in Junction. 72 for both Sonora as well as Ozona. And when we're looking at those dew points, it's a pretty similar story, except almost a 20-degree run, 18 degrees to be exact from that 50-degree dew point in Junction. 32 over right now in Ozona, 40 degrees here in town. Relative humidity indices anywhere from the 50s down to the 20s because that's that dry land. And that's what we're looking at over these next couple of days to potentially fire off some of those storms when we're talking about them potentially coming strong to severe pretty quickly. I've got my eyes on this upper level pattern. This is what's going to be responsible for more of that rain shower activity going into the later half of this week. Keep your eyes on this trough towards the west coast. Gets a little bit of a negative tilt, meaning it could be pretty strong for us. And then it just parks itself pretty much over Texas and the west coast, bringing that energy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, finally by the weekend into Monday. It starts to slide off towards the east and those rain chances as well with it. But with the drought monitor the way it is right now, I think we're all going to be welcoming some good rain showers into the region, but hopefully it doesn't shift its position too much because that will definitely affect how much rain we get into our area, just like it did last week. For right now, the severe weather outlook going into tomorrow night, you can see that enhanced risk for eastern Kansas, that level 2 out of 5 risk pushing down south past the Red River, right here into the Concho Valley from the San Angelo northeastward. The rest of us dealing with that level 1 out of 5 risk still if those storms fire off. Main threat's going to be hail and high winds, but we can't rule out an isolated tornado either with the ingredients that we have currently. Then going into Wednesday, more of the same with that capping inversion in place. We're still seeing that level 1 out of 5 risk from San Angelo off towards the east, but look how this level 3 out of 5 risk has increased in size majorly going into the really Texarkana all the way up towards the Great Lakes, looking like another severe weather outbreak going into this week ahead with that upper level trough. As we're looking at the current radar, you can see off towards the east coast, we still have the showers and storms right now working its way off the shore, but towards the west, we're still dealing with that next system on its way in towards the Pacific Northwest. You can see that good swirl. Even snow still up into the Rocky Mountains. Zooming in on the good state of Texas, you can see not too much going on. They had a severe thunderstorm warning towards San Antonio earlier. This storm over towards the east or west of Corpus Christi also got severe warned here in the Concho Valley, sitting pretty high and dry right now. And into the future cast, we're going to see more of that cloud cover working into the overnight hours, luckily. Starting off April, pretty cloudy, maybe even some of that virga showing up on the radar, not going to hit the ground too much. And then going into Tuesday night, keep your eyes up towards Oklahoma City, see how quickly these storms do fire off if they break through that capping inversion. And that's what we could see pushing down into the Concho Valley right now. None of our high resolution models are calling it, but some of those national models like the GFS model are calling for it, so we're going to be watching it pretty closely. For tonight, cooling off pretty nicely, 55 degrees, winds out of the east 10 to 15 miles an hour. Gets windy tomorrow out of the south, 15 to 25 miles an hour. Gusts up to 35 or even 40 miles per hour are potentially there, but getting a lot warmer too, 90 degrees compared to today where we topped out at that 79-degree mark. And going through that 7-day forecast, looks like almost winter bringing it back towards the Concho Valley. You can see rain chances on the rise by Friday down into the 70s. The weekend going to be in the 60s, but still some good rain on the way with overnight lows pushing as low as the upper 30s. That's going to be all for